This is breaking news.
Right now, the FDNY is holding its annual Medal Day ceremony. Presiding over the event are Mayor de Blasio and Fire Commissioner Daniel Nigro. Let's take you there now live.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause for the FDNY Emerald Society Pipes and Drums. Will everyone please rise for the presentation of the colors by the FDNY Ceremonial Unit Color Guard.
Detail 10 hook.
Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by firefighter Regina Wilson.
Detail, hand salute.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave?
Ready, two.
Thank you, Firefighter Wilson. Please remain standing as FDNY Chaplain, the Reverend Ann Cansfield, delivers the invocation.
Detail on color.
Two 2020 was a long and difficult year. And yet, thanks to your quick thinking and decisive action, we come this morning with much to celebrate. And so I offer this brief prayer in your honor. For indeed, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Amen.
Detail recover.
Thank you, Reverend Cansfield. Retire the colors.
Forward, arch, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right.
Will everyone please be seated? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Battalion Chief Mark Guerra. I'm the Executive Officer to the Fire Commissioner, and it is an honor to serve as Master of Ceremonies on such a proud day for our department. On behalf of Mayor Bill de Blasio, Fire Commissioner Daniel Nigro, Acting Chief of Department Thomas Richardson, our staff chiefs, union officials, and executive staff, I would like to welcome you all to today's FDNY Medal Day ceremony. A special welcome to all of today's medal winners. You make us proud. We are also honored to have with us the families of all of our medal recipients. A nice round of applause for our medal winners. I would now like to take a moment to thank everyone here at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center for their assistance with providing us this great venue to celebrate the brave members of our department that we are honoring today. I'd like a nice big round of applause for this beautiful place that we are today. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce our first speaker, the Mayor of the City of New York, Bill de Blasio.
Everybody, it is so good to be back together again. This is the largest fire department ceremony we have had in a long, long time, and it means we are all coming back together. It's a good feeling, isn't it, to be back together in person? We're here to celebrate these heroes, but I also want to say to all of you, family members, loved ones, no one does it alone. These great heroes became heroes because you stood by them every step along the way. So I want you to look around, look at the people next to you, look at everyone who's here, who helped create this day, who helped make these people great. Give yourselves a round of applause, too, because you deserve it. Thank you to all the leadership of the FDNY up here on the dais. Thank you to the union leaders who represent all the members of this department. Today, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We've all been through hell together, but we are coming out of it. And one thing that was clear throughout 2020 was the FDNY was always there. No matter what COVID threw at us, the FDNY persevered. There are many extraordinary moments in the history of this agency. 2020 will go into the history books as one of those times when people did great things against the toughest odds. And we celebrate today 70 outstanding individuals, 70 who are the best of us, the best of the FDNY, the best of New York City. Everybody, everyone that we celebrate today has an extraordinary story. Everyone made a decision to save lives and puts that decision into action every day. We are grateful to every one of you for what you do, not just the acts of heroism we celebrate today, but what you do every day. And we're grateful to all the men and women of the FDNY who are here with us. But when you hear some of these stories, it reminds you of how extraordinary it is that some people have the courage and the strength and the commitment to step forward. I'm going to give you just two examples. Washington Heights, last September, a 6-story building on fire, a child dangling from a window, engulfed in flames all around a child who has only seconds to be saved, or that young life will be gone forever. And who arrives on the scene? Firefighter Abraham G. Miller, Ladder Company 23, and firefighter Jairo M. Sosa, Ladder Company 34. At that moment, there are only two firefighters on that roof. They have a choice to make. The choice to make is one of bravery and courage and decisiveness, and they perform a rope rescue, and they save that child's life. A child is alive today. Thank you, and God bless you for that. I'm going to give you one more. On a highway, a crash, a dump truck crashes into 4 parked cars, a driver trapped unconscious. The cab begins to fill with fire. Another life on the line, a life that will be lost unless someone acts quickly. Who arrives? EMTs Samuel Wright and Gary Hui, Station 59. Save that driver's life. Thank you, and God bless you. And I conclude with this. In 2020, we met our toughest challenge as New Yorkers. It is a very clear, true statement. We could not have survived 2020 as a city without each and every one of you and all of your colleagues in the FDNY. You saw us through. It was our toughest hour. It was your finest hour. On behalf of 8.5 million New Yorkers, thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Next, we will hear from our Fire Commissioner, Dan Nigro.
Good morning and congratulations to all our members whose tremendous bravery we celebrate today. Medal Day is always the best day of the year, and this year we're doing it twice. This past April, we held our 2020 Medal Day celebration, which was postponed nearly a year due to the pandemic. And now today, thanks to the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center, we're celebrating our members once again, this time for their heroic acts last year. I'm thrilled to be able to welcome our families. We've greatly missed you for these events. Your love and support is essential to the brave work of our members each year. Last but certainly not least, welcome to our members here in the crowd. Your energy, especially on this day, is what makes this such a special event year after year. As I listen to the many acts of valor recounted on Medal Day, I couldn't be prouder of our members. Heroically, you advance forward through intense heat and smoke. You respond to each call that comes your way and provide outstanding medical care. No matter the dangers to yourself, you always go to help. Our members never back down when they find themselves in a life and death situation for a New Yorker. A child trapped by a fire, an unconscious occupant overcome by smoke or carbon monoxide, an individual in desperate need of medical care. When someone is trapped and needs to be rescued, New Yorkers turn to the FDNY, and you rise to the challenge every day. When it comes to rising to the challenge, look no further than firefighter Abraham Miller of Ladder 34. He went to the roof of a 6-story building in Washington Heights. He saw a child dangling from a window, a building engulfed in flames. He never hesitated. He and his fellow firefighters executed a perfect roof rope rescue to save that child's life. Today, he receives the highest award for bravery for a firefighter, the Chief of Department Peter J. Gansey, Jr. Medal. Many lives were saved at the fire as multiple companies worked as one to rescue trapped residents and get them to the life-saving emergency medical care our members of EMS provide. The highest award for members of EMS operations is the Christopher J. Prescott Medal. And this year, it's awarded to emergency medical technicians Gary Huey and Samuel Wright of Station 59 for their daring rescue of a driver trapped inside a dump truck that crashed into multiple vehicles. Together, they removed the occupant seconds before flames engulfed the vehicle. They began medical care and transported him to the hospital. A remarkable, selfless, and brave act. 2020 threw every challenge possible at our EMTs, paramedics, and firefighters. And all of you, our medal recipients, those here in attendance, and all our members watching from home or elsewhere, you rose to meet the challenges head-on. The acts we celebrate today are a result of the training you've received, which I can unequivocally say is second to none. You are trained by the best to be the best, and that fact is always abundantly clear on Medal Day. Because of the brave acts of highly trained members today, we hear stories of lives saved. In a year filled with sorrow and loss, these are stories of bravery and hope, and a reminder that no matter how dark the times may be, how difficult the challenge or dangerous the situation, the FDNY will always be there. Your actions we celebrate today represent the greatest traditions of our beloved department. To all our members here and those watching elsewhere, please know that now more than ever, you mean so much to the city we serve. Know that your bravery is inspiring and that millions of New Yorkers are relying on you to keep them safe. To our medal recipients, know that we are immensely proud of you, both your accomplishments and for your steadfast commitment to our life-saving mission. Thank you all for ensuring that the FDNY continues to be the best that it can be, the greatest fire department in the world.
Thank you, Commissioner. We will now commence with the presentation of the medals. I will ask the ceremonial officer to escort the mayor, the fire commissioner, and the acting chief of department to the area in front of the stage. Our first medal, the Dr. Harry M. Archer Medal, is awarded once every 3 years and is presented this year to Lieutenant Mickey Conboy of Rescue 3. In December 2017, Lieutenant Conboy led the members of Rescue 3 to a 2-story private dwelling with fire blowing through the roof. He crawled to the second floor through blistering heat and without the protection of a charged hose line and found a small, unconscious child with his clothes on fire. He removed the child and went back to search once more, this time finding an elderly male unconscious on the floor. For his act of valor to rescue not one but 2 people from a raging fire, the Dr. Harry M. Archer Medal is awarded to Lieutenant Mickey Conboy of Rescue 3, Big Blue. Our next presentation is the Chief of Department, Peter J. Gansey Jr. Medal and New York State Honorary Fire Chiefs Association Medal, awarded to firefighter Abraham Miller of Ladder 23. In September 2020, firefighter Miller and his fellow members responded to a fire in a 6-story building. From the roof, he saw trapped occupants and a small child being held out of a top-floor bathroom window. He and firefighter Jairo Sosa of Ladder 34 quickly prepared a roof rope rescue, lowering firefighter Miller from the roof through intense heat and smoke to save the baby from the growing flames. For extreme bravery displayed during a daring rescue of a young child trapped by fire, the Chief of Department Peter J. Gansey Jr. Medal and New York State Honorary Fire Chiefs Association Medal is awarded to firefighter Abraham Miller, Ladder 23, the Vinegar Hill Gang. Our next medal is only awarded once every 3 years to member of EMS operations. This year, the paramedic Carlos Lilo Ricardo Quinn Medal is awarded to paramedics Niall O'Shaughnessy and Joshua Rodriguez of Station 4. In November of 2019, paramedics O'Shaughnessy and Rodriguez responded to a construction site in Manhattan to provide urgent emergency medical care to multiple construction workers injured in a collapse 17 floors above street level. Utilizing a crane for the removal and treat the injured workers with their outstanding training, they saved several lives that day. For their heroic efforts, the paramedic Carlos Lilo and Lieutenant Ricardo Quinn Medal is awarded to paramedics Niall O'Shaughnessy and Joshua Rodriguez of Station 4, the Lower East Side. Up next, the Brooklyn Citizens Medal and Firefighter Louis Valentino Award presented to Lieutenant George Mueller, Ladder 107. In July 2020, Lieutenant Mueller responded to a fire on the top floor of an 8-story building. Searching through thick black smoke and without a charged hose line yet in place, he found and removed one unconscious person, conducted a second search to find another unconscious person, and returned once more to assist in the removal of a third individual from a difficult fire. For his incredible actions that resulted in saving 3 lives, the Brooklyn Citizens Medal and Firefighter Louis Valentino Award is presented to Lieutenant George Mueller, Ladder 107, faithful and fearless. The next medal is the Christopher J. Prescott Medal, awarded to EMTs Gary Huey and Samuel Wright of Station 59. In April 2020, EMTs Huey and Wright were flagged down for a motor vehicle crash and found a dump truck engulfed in flames with an unconscious driver trapped inside. EMT Wright crawled inside, and together with his partner, they removed the driver's safety before the vehicle exploded. For their quick, heroic actions to save the life of a driver trapped by flames, the Christopher Prescott Medal is awarded to EMTs Gary Huey of the Medical Equipment Unit and Samuel Wright of Station 59, the Spring Creek Station. Our next presentation is the U. Bonner Medal and Honor Legion Medal presented to Captain Thomas Sussman of Engine 316. In May of 2020, Captain Sussman led his company to a private dwelling in Queens. The house was heavily cluttered, flames were shooting from the windows, and there were 2 trapped people inside. Racing through the many obstacles and flames, he removed one individual, then returned to find another, and using all his strength, pulled that person to safety as well. For 2 rescues that epitomize bravery, the U. Bonner Medal and Honor Legion Medal are awarded to Captain Thomas Sussman of Engine 316, Land, Sea, and Air. Next up, the Emily Trevor Mary B. Warren Medal awarded to firefighter Antonio Tarabocia, Rescue Company 4. Just after midnight in July 2020, firefighter Tarabocia entered a 2-story private dwelling in Queens to search for trapped occupants. Searching multiple rooms, he found an adult and a child in a smoke-filled bedroom, and he was able to remove both to safety as the fire continued to grow. For his bravery that saved 2 lives trapped above a growing fire, the Emily Trevor Mary B. Warren Medal is awarded to firefighter Antonio Tarabocia of Rescue 4, Brothers in Battle. Our next medal is the Thomas T. Crimmins Medal, presented to firefighter Gerardo Urena, ladder 34. September 2020, ladder 34 responded to a high-rise fire with reports of 4 people trapped in a 30th floor apartment. As his fellow members removed others, firefighter Urena advanced past the fire and found 2 additional semi-conscious occupants. He kept them calm and shielded them from the growing wall of fire between them and exit until it was knocked down by the engine. For his selfless courage, the Thomas E. Crimmins Medal is awarded to firefighter Gerardo Urena of ladder 34, where Harlem meets the Heights. The next award is the Thomas A. Kenny Memorial Medal, presented to firefighter William Long of Squad 288. In July of 2020, firefighter Long searched the floor above the fire in a private dwelling in Queens and found an unconscious occupant pinned between a bed and the wall. In high heat and at great personal risk, he managed to free the person and remove them to safety. For his life-saving efforts at this fire, the Thomas A. Kenny Memorial Medal is awarded to firefighter William Long of Squad 288, Fortuna, Favet, Fortibus. The next presentation is the Walter Scott Medal, awarded to firefighter Brian Quinn of ladder 30. In September 2020, firefighter Quinn performed the daring roof rescue 17 floors above the ground. A panicked individual had climbed out on a windowsill to escape the flames and smoke. With the help of his fellow firefighters, firefighter Quinn descended from the roof, reached the victim, and held her safely in place until the fire was knocked down and she could be brought back in through a window. For rescuing a New Yorker from a life-threatening situation high above the streets of New York City at great personal risk, the Walter Scott Medal is awarded to firefighter Brian Quinn of ladder 30. 30, truck! The next award is the John H. Prentice Medal, presented to firefighter Jairo Sosa of ladder 34. This is the second medal awarded for bravery at this incident. In September 2020, firefighter Sosa was part of a team with firefighter Abraham Miller that conducted a roof rope rescue of a young child from a fire. With no substantial object on the rooftop, firefighter Sosa buried his Halligan's pike into the roof and straddled the soil pipe for support to keep from slipping towards the edge. He then lowered firefighter Miller to the trapped child and ultimately to the ground below. For his teamwork, professionalism, and outstanding implementation of his training to save the life of a child and protect the life of his fellow firefighter, the John H. Prentice Medal is awarded to firefighter Jairo Sosa of ladder 34, where Harlem meets the Heights. Up next, the Henry D. Brookman Medal is awarded to Lieutenant Daniel Salfrank of ladder 4. In May 2020, Lieutenant Salfrank led the members of Ladder 4 to an apartment fire on the 20th floor of a Manhattan high-rise. Through thick smoke and intense heat, he searched and found an unconscious person, dragged them 15 feet to safety. For his courageous act of valor under difficult conditions, the Henry D. Brookman Medal is awarded to Lieutenant Daniel Salfrank of Ladder 4, the pride of Midtown. Our next award is the Chief Ulysses Grant Leadership Medal, presented to Lieutenant Alexandru Mihalescu of Station 55. In September 2020, an armed individual entered Station 55 in the Bronx and threatened multiple EMTs in Lieutenant Mihalescu's command. He stepped forward to protect the EMTs and was nearly slashed in the face. He controlled the situation until police arrived to take the individual into custody. For leadership and courage as a dangerous situation unfolded inside the station, the Chief Ulysses Grant Leadership Medal is awarded to Lieutenant Alexandru Mihalescu of Station 55, Double Nickels. The next award is the Hispanic Society 23rd Street Fire Memorial Medal of Valor, presented to firefighter Patrick Hemsley of Ladder 4. In September 2020, firefighter Hemsley responded to a fourth-floor fire with reports of people trapped. Without the protection of a hose line, he moved past the fire, found an unconscious occupant, and with his fellow fires, removed the person to safety. For his life-saving work in the face of grave danger, the Hispanic Society 23rd Street Fire Memorial Medal of Valor is awarded to firefighter Patrick Hemsley of Ladder 4, the pride of Midtown. Our next presentation is the M.J. Delahanty Medal, awarded to firefighter Andrew Dinkle of Rescue 1. In September 2020, Rescue 1 responded to 2 workers hanging off scaffolding on the 10th floor of a Manhattan high-rise. One worker was removed through a window, but the other was unreachable. Firefighter Dinkle went over the edge of the roof by rope, reached the trapped worker, and with the assistance of his fellow firefighters, pulled the worker to safety. For a daring technical rescue high above the streets of New York City, the M.J. Delahanty Medal is awarded to firefighter Andrew Dinkle of Rescue 1. Outstanding! The next medal is the Mayor Fiorello H. LaGuardia Medal, awarded to Captain James Elson of Division 15. In March 2020, Captain Elson and the members of Ladder 176, the Tin House truck, responded to an apartment fire in Brooklyn with the occupant trapped in a rear bedroom. He crawled past the heavy fire, found the trapped occupant, and removed her down a 20-foot hallway to safety. For an outstanding act of valor, the Mayor Fiorello H. LaGuardia Medal is awarded to Captain James Elson of Division 15. Up next, the William F. Conran Medal, presented to firefighter Joseph Ambrosio of Ladder 152. In June 2020, firefighter Ambrosio entered a private dwelling in Brooklyn to search for trapped occupants in a growing fire that was now on multiple floors. Searching through heavy clutter in rapidly deteriorating conditions, he found the trapped individual and worked with his fellow members to remove the victim from the building. For his quick, decisive, and courageous actions, the firefighter William F. Conran Medal is awarded to firefighter Joseph Ambrosio of Ladder 152, The Web. Up next is the Chief John J. McElligott Medal, Firefighters Fitzpatrick and Frisbee Award, presented to firefighter Samuel Rivera, Ladder 54. In January of 2020, firefighter Rivera was off duty with his wife when he saw a fire blowing out of the cellar window of a home in the Bronx. His wife called 911, and he entered the building to search for an elderly occupant who was reported missing. He had no equipment and no bunker gear, and the fire was rapidly growing. Despite these factors, he located the victim, shielded her from the fire, and removed her to safety. For his incredible bravery and selfless actions, the Chief John J. McElligott Medal and Firefighters Fitzpatrick and Frisbee Award is awarded to firefighter Samuel Rivera of Ladder 54. End of story. The next medal is the Thomas F. Doherty Medal, presented to firefighter Joseph Montgomery of Ladder 44. On September 11, 2020, firefighter Montgomery ascended a 24-foot portable ladder in the rear of a multiple dwelling, navigating his way through difficult conditions. He entered the apartment, located an unconscious victim, carried the person back to the window he had entered, and then carried the victim back down the ladder just as flames began to engulf the bedroom. If not for his swift, decisive, and brave actions, a life would surely have been lost. And for that, the Thomas F. Doherty Medal is presented to firefighter Joseph Montgomery of Ladder 44. Our next medal is the Albert S. Johnston Medal, awarded to firefighter Michael Borriello of Ladder 11. In October 2020, firefighter Borriello responded to a fire on the 7th floor of a 14-story building. There was a confirmed report of a person trapped inside. Making an aggressive push after forcing open a heavily fortified door, he crawled to a rear bedroom, found the unconscious resident, and dragged him more than 50 feet to safety. For his unwavering bravery in the face of danger, the Albert S. Johnston Medal is awarded to firefighter Michael Borriello of Ladder 11, Los Bomberos. The next award is the Bella Stifle Medal, presented to Captain Matthew Burke of Division 6. In January 2020, Captain Burke led the members of Ladder 13 to a fire on the 24th floor of a 41-story building. The door to the fire apartment had been left open by a resident, creating an extremely dangerous condition for residents and firefighters. Captain Burke located an unconscious individual in the hallway and removed him to safety in zero visibility and high heat conditions. For his brave actions that day, the Bella Stifle Medal is awarded to Captain Matthew Burke of Division 6. Our next award is the Tracy Allen Lee Medal, presented to paramedic, now Lieutenant, Bruce Geiser of Station 55. In November 2020, while transferring care of his patient to a hospital staff in the Bronx, two men nearby began arguing, and one of them pulled out a knife. The armed assailant began swiping the knife at those around him. Undeterred, paramedic Geiser was able to distract the armed individual, knock the knife away, and subdue him until he was placed into custody. For his brave actions to subdue an aggressive, knife-wielding man, the Tracy Allen Lee Medal is awarded to Lieutenant Bruce Geiser of Station 55, Double Nichols. Up next, the Vincent J. Kane Medal, presented to Lieutenant Robert Brown of Squad 41. This is the third medal awarded for bravery at this incident. In September 2020, Lieutenant Brown led the members of Squad 41 to a fire in a 6-story building in Manhattan where multiple rescues were taking place. Lieutenant Brown conducted an exhaustive search of multiple rooms in blackout conditions, finding multiple people trapped and removing them to safety. For his bravery and leadership at this difficult fire, the Vincent J. Kane Medal is awarded to Lieutenant Robert Brown of Squad 41, the best of both worlds. Up next, the Pulaski Association Medal, awarded to firefighter Jose Castro of Ladder 42. This is the fourth medal awarded for bravery at this incident. In September 2020, as FDNY members engaged in multiple rescues throughout the 6-story building with a roaring fire on the 5th floor, firefighter Castro responded to the roof to assist with a roof rope rescue. Firefighter Castro witnessed one roof rope rescue underway, and then he himself began a second roof rope rescue and was lowered from the roof by firefighter Philip Ingerwerson to attempt to remove an adult who was trapped by the growing flames and smoke. For bravery under severe conditions that put him at great personal risk, the Pulaski Association Medal is awarded to firefighter Jose Castro of Ladder 42, La Casa del Elefante. Our next award is the Commissioner Edward Thompson Medal, presented to firefighter Robert Caponigro, ladder 34. This is the 5th medal awarded for bravery at this incident. In September 2020, firefighter Caponigro was part of an incredible operation that saved multiple lives in a fire in Manhattan. He witnessed 2 individuals ready to jump from the top floor. He quickly climbed 34 trucks aerial ladder 6 stories through intense heat and smoke to safely remove both individuals. He then went back up 6 stories, searched the apartment, and found another individual who he removed through the interior stairs. For his quick, decisive, and courageous actions that saved multiple lives at a difficult fire, the Commissioner Edward Thompson Medal is awarded to firefighter Robert Caponigro of ladder 34, where Harlem meets the heights. The next award is the Columbia Association Medal, presented to Captain Sean Burgos of Division 3. In June 2020, Captain Burgos led the members of Ladder 22 to a fire on the top floor of a 16-story building with a report of an elderly person trapped inside. In high heat, low visibility, and heavy clutter, and without the protection of a charged hose line, he made an aggressive push forward and located the unconscious individual. For his brave act of valor, the Columbia Association Medal is awarded to Captain Sean Burgos of Division 3. The Susan Wagner Medal is presented to Lieutenant William Prang of Ladder 59. In May of 2020, Lieutenant Prang led the members of Ladder 59 into a very difficult condition. A man had barricaded himself in his apartment and set a fire. At great personal risk, the lieutenant entered the apartment, conducted an extensive search, and located the individual, who is now unconscious due to the growing, intense black smoke, and removed him to safety. For his unconditional commitment to uphold his oath, his unwavering courage in the face of unusual danger, the Susan Wagner Medal is awarded to Lieutenant William Prang of Ladder 59, the Blue Devils. Next is the Student Association Medal, presented to firefighter Thomas O'Shea of Ladder 59. This medal is awarded for the same fire as the previous medal. In May 2020, firefighter O'Shea entered the apartment to search for the individual whose life was in grave danger. Using his extensive training and experience, he located the individual, along with Lieutenant William Prang, positioned the man on his back to carry him through the many obstacles while shielding him from the high heat and fire. For his brave actions that ensured no life would be lost at this fire, the Student Association Medal is awarded to firefighter Thomas O'Shea of Ladder 59, the Blue Devils. Up next, the James Scullion Medal, presented to EMTs Timothy Nymel and Samson Shakarian, Queens Tactical Response Group. In August 2020, EMTs Nymel and Shakarian responded to a call for a man with a knife who was threatening to harm himself. Both members displayed tremendous courage and compassion, calming down the patient and preventing him from harming himself or others. They quickly provided pre-hospital care and additional assistance for their patient. For their commitment to their sworn oaths and their courage to save the life of their patient, the Chief James Scullion Medal is awarded to EMTs Timothy Nymel and Samson Shakarian of the Queens Tactical Response Group, No Boundaries. is the J.W. Golden Krantz Medal, presented to firefighter Matthew Bodie of Ladder 32. In September 2020, firefighter Bodie responded to a fire in a private dwelling with numerous reports of people trapped. He forced the door and conducted exhaustive searches of multiple rooms, crawling past intense heat and flames, ultimately locating 2 small children. He carried both children to safety, then returned once more to continue searching. For an act of bravery that saved the lives of 2 children, the Dr. J.W. Golden Krantz Medal is awarded to firefighter Matthew Bodie of Ladder 32, the Gun Hill Gang. Our next medal is the Uniformed Fire Officers Association Medal, presented to then Captain, now Battalion Chief, Robert McKeefrey of Engine 39. This is the second medal awarded for bravery at this fire. In January 2020, Captain McKeefrey led the members of Engine 39 to a fire on the 24th floor of a 41-story building. The door to the fire apartment had been left open by a resident, creating an extremely dangerous condition for residents and firefighters. Captain McKeefrey located an unconscious individual in the hallway and removed him to safety in zero visibility and high heat conditions. For his bravery displayed at that fire, the Uniformed Fire Officers Association Medal is awarded to Captain Robert McKeefrey of Engine 39, the Gold Coast. Up next, the Edith B. Goldman Medal is presented to firefighter Michael Murray of Ladder 34. This is the second medal awarded for bravery at this fire. In September 2020, Ladder 34 responded to a high-rise fire with reports of multiple people trapped in a 30th floor apartment. Firefighter Murray expertly navigated high heat, zero visibility, and a cluttered condition with numerous items blocking the apartment hallway to reach a rear bedroom where he found an unconscious occupant. He removed the victim down a long hallway and carried her down 2 floors to an elevator. For his courage, tenacity, and brute strength to save a life from a difficult fire, the Edith B. Goldman Medal is awarded to firefighter Michael Murray of Ladder 34, where Harlem meets the Heights. Next up, the American Legion Fire Department Post 930 Mark M. Walfield Memorial Medal is presented to Lieutenant George Diaz of Ladder 50. This is the third medal awarded for bravery at this fire. In September 2020, Lieutenant George Diaz led the members of Ladder 34 to a high-rise fire with reports of multiple people trapped in 30th floor apartment. Hearing screams to help, Lieutenant Diaz pushed forward and found a semi-conscious child and removed her to safety. He returned to the fire apartment and assisted in the removal of 2 additional trapped occupants. For his brave leadership of a rescue operation that saved multiple lives, the American Legion Fire Department Post 930 Mark M. Walfield Memorial Medal is awarded to Lieutenant George Diaz of Ladder 50, the Cuckoo's Nest. Next is the Arthur J. Laufer Memorial Medal, presented to Lieutenant William J. Olson of Ladder 55. In October 2020, Lieutenant Olson led members of Ladder 55 to a fire with reports of people trapped. Under a high heat condition, he entered the apartment, crawled to the rear in zero visibility, found an unconscious occupant, vented a window to alleviate the heavy smoke condition, and worked with one of his firefighters to remove her to safety. For his aggressive actions, bravery, and leadership, the Arthur J. Laufer Memorial Medal is awarded to Lieutenant William J. Olson of Ladder 55. Not to worry. Our next award is the Emerald Society Pipes and Drums Medal, presented to firefighter Richard Smith of Rescue 4. In July 2020, firefighter Schmidt responded to a fire in a private dwelling in Queens. he conducted an aggressive search of a second-floor rear bedroom that was fully charged with smoke and high heat from the fire burning below. He found an unconscious victim in a closet, carried her to safety, and provided life-saving care. For a tremendous dedication to duty and an act of valor that saved the life of a trapped resident, the Emerald Society Pipes and Drums Medal is awarded to firefighter Richard Schmidt of Rescue Company 4, Brothers in Battle. Up next, the Company Officers Association Medal is presented to Lieutenant Jason Warnken of Ladder 61. In January of 2020, Lieutenant Warnken led the members of Ladder 61 to an 11th floor apartment with several reports of people trapped. The apartment door was left open and windows had failed, making this a now wind-driven fire. Undeterred, he searched the apartment, found a trapped occupant, shielded him from the fire, and removed him to safety before returning to supervise the company's operations. For outstanding bravery and leadership, the Company Officers Association Medal is awarded to Lieutenant Jason Warnken of Ladder 61, the Bronx Vikings. Next is the Kirby McElhern Medal awarded to EMT Edward Pierce of PSAC 1. As the COVID-19 pandemic ravaged New York City in 2020, medical call volume reached heights never seen before. EMS units, busier than ever, were joined by hundreds more EMTs and paramedics from the FEMA National Ambulance Contract. A veteran dispatcher, EMT Pierce was able to work effectively with units without the aid of traditional dispatch technology, ensuring outstanding quality of medical care for patients and the safety of EMS professionals here to help our city in a time of need. For his exceptional contributions and consistent professionalism, the Lieutenant Kirby McElhern Medal is awarded to EMT Edward Pierce of PSAC 1. It all starts here. Our next award is the Chief Joseph B. Martin Medal presented to firefighter Richard Myers of Rescue 2. In January 2020, firefighter Myers entered a private dwelling fire in Brooklyn to search for a fellow firefighter who was missing in the fire. His search led him to a rear bedroom where he found the missing member face down and semi-conscious. Working with his fellow firefighters, he was able to bring him to safety. For safely and efficiently facilitating the removal of a fellow firefighter from a life-threatening situation, the Chief Joseph B. Martin Medal is awarded to firefighter Richard Myers, Rescue 2, The Rescue. Up next, the Police Honor Legion Medal, presented to firefighter Todd Ferguson of Rescue Company 5. In April 2020, firefighter Ferguson entered a private dwelling on Staten Island to search for a missing occupant. He ascended the exterior stairs to the third floor in high heat and blacked out conditions without the benefit of a hose line and located the fire victim. Working with his fellow firefighters, he was able to remove her to safety. For his heroic, life-saving actions at the fire, the Police Honor Legion Medal is awarded to firefighter Todd Ferguson of Rescue 5, Blue Thunder. Our next medal is the firefighter David J. DeFranco Medal, presented to firefighter John O'Connor of Rescue Company 1. In February 2020, Rescue 1 responded to a call for a person in frigid water off the Harlem Pier. Firefighter O'Connor suited up, dove into the water, and in zero visibility quickly found and removed the individual who was unconscious and not breathing. Once rescued, medical intervention led to a successful resuscitation. For his outstanding rescue that saved the life from certain death, the firefighter David J. DeFranco Medal is awarded to firefighter John O'Connor of Rescue 1. Outstanding! Next up, the Lieutenant James E. Zahn, Lieutenant Peter L. Troiano Memorial Medal is presented to Captain Daniel J. McEnroe of Division 7. This is the second medal awarded for bravery at this fire. In September 2020, Captain McEnroe led the members of Ladder 32 into an intense fire in a private dwelling with reports of people trapped. As firefighter Matthew Boney removed 2 trapped children, Captain McEnroe pushed even further and found a 3rd unconscious child that he then removed to safety. For his outstanding leadership of an operation that successfully rescued 3 children from fire, the Lieutenant James E. Zahn, Lieutenant Peter L. Triano Memorial Medal is awarded to Captain Daniel J. McEnroe of Division 7. Our next award is the Deputy Commissioner Christine R. Godek Medal, presented to Fire Marshal Christopher Lucarelli, Citywide North Command. In May 2020, Fire Marshal Lucarelli responded to investigate multiple small fires in the same neighborhood in Queens. One fire extended to the home with a family inside, including a 3-month-old infant. Forensic examination of the fire scene led to the determination that this incident was related to a string of similar fires in the recent weeks. A suspect was quickly apprehended, but Fire Marshal Lucarelli continued his investigation and determined that the same suspect was responsible for starting a fatal fire in 2006 in the Bronx. For his tenacity, resourcefulness, and unwavering dedication to the mission of the Bureau of Fire Investigation, the Deputy Commissioner Christine R. Godek Medal is awarded to Fire Marshal Christopher Lucarelli of the Citywide North Command. Next up, the William Friedberg Medal is presented to firefighter Philip Ingwersen, Squad 41. This is the 6th medal for bravery at this incident. In September 2020, FDNY members were conducting multiple rescues from a very difficult and dangerous fire in a 6-story building in Manhattan. Firefighter Ingwersen deployed a life-saving rope from the roof of the building and lowered firefighter Jose Castro to remove an adult who was trapped by the growing flames and smoke. Firefighter Ingwersen operated under unusual personal risk to ensure the safety of his fellow member during a potentially deadly operation. For his selfless bravery at this fire, the William Friedberg Medal presented to firefighter William Ingwersen of Squad Company 41, the best of both worlds. Next up, probationary firefighter Thomas A. Wiley Medal is presented to probationary firefighter Ryan Lentz of Ladder 22. This is the 2nd medal awarded for bravery at this fire. In June 2020, the members of Ladder 22 responded to a fire on the top floor of a 16-story building with the report of a person trapped. Firefighter Lentz assisted his captain with the removal of a trapped occupant, shielded the victim from fire, and operated through heavy clutter and rapidly deteriorating conditions. For personal bravery and initiative and outstanding use of his training, the probationary firefighter Thomas A. Wiley Medal is awarded to probationary firefighter Ryan Lentz of Ladder 22. Monumental pride. Nice job, Proby. Our next award is the Shelley Rothman Memorial Medal, presented to firefighter Khalid Lay of Ladder 107. This is the 2nd medal awarded for bravery at this fire. In July of 2020, firefighter Lee responded to a fire at the top floor of an 8-story building. Searching through thick black smoke and without charge hose line in place yet, he found a semi-conscious occupant in a bedroom struggling to breathe. He removed that person with fellow firefighters, then returned to help remove a 2nd individual with Lieutenant George Mueller. For unwavering commitment to his life-saving mission, the Shelley Rothman Memorial Medal is awarded to firefighter Khalid Lee of Ladder 107, faithful and fearless. Our next medal is the Jack Pinchick Medal, presented to Lieutenant Trevia Kadeen of Station 45, paramedic Kimberly Vespor, and EMTs Joshua Schwartz and Stephen Welsh, all of Station 50. In November 2020, Lieutenant Kadeen and paramedic Vespor responded to an unconscious male in Queens. Once in the patient's apartment, their carbon monoxide meter went off, and they realized they now had 4 patients in danger from CO poisoning. Paramedic Vespor rated for additional resources, and EMTs Joshua Schwartz and Stephen Welsh quickly responded. Together, they successfully removed all patients to safety and continued medical care. For their courage operating in a deadly environment to save the lives of 4 New Yorkers from a silent killer, the Jack Pinchick Medal is awarded to Lieutenant Trevia Kadeen of Station 45, Woodside Pride, paramedic Kimberly Vespor, and EMTs Joshua Schwartz and Stephen Welsh of Station 50, Hillside. Our next award is the Lieutenant James Curran, New York Firefighters Burn Center Foundation, Father Julian F. Deacon Memorial Medal, presented to the members of Engine Company 302. This medal is presented once every 3 years. In September 2017, Engine 302 responded to a home with a heavy volume of fire, visible a block away. A frantic resident told them the children were trapped inside. The members of 302 made an aggressive push into the home, battling back flames to allow for the rescue of trapped occupants. They continue to fight fire on multiple floors while also assisting in the removal of fire victims. For their efforts to extinguish 3 floors of fire while also saving multiple lives, the Lieutenant James Curran, New York Firefighters Burn Center Foundation, Father Julian F. Deacon Memorial Medal is awarded to Lieutenant then, now Captain Gregory D'Amato, firefighters Christopher Armstrong, Christopher Cavalcanti, James Terry, and Karan Ware of Engine 302, the Viper's Nest! Good job. What's the name of the next ball? Which one? I think it's right here. You're giving the same medal twice? Okay. I got it. Next is the Lieutenant James Curran, New York Firefighters Burn Center Memorial Foundation Medal, presented to Engine 316. In May 2020, the members of Engine 316 responded to a fire in a private dwelling in Queens. They quickly entered the home, removed 1 individual, and then went in again to find a second trapped occupant. While removing the second occupant, the room lit up, but the flames were quickly pushed back by their hose line now in place. The members of Engine 316 operated alone for a considerable period, searching for and removing 2 victims in heavy clutter and high heat, as well as maneuvering the hose line through 3 rooms of fire and into the attic. For their outstanding life-saving efforts under extremely difficult conditions, the Lieutenant James Curran, New York Firefighters Burn Center Foundation Medal is awarded to Captain Thomas Sussman and firefighters Brett Grill, Robert Lannon, Daniel Casey, Stephen Guida, and Lawrence Young of Engine Company 316, Land, Sea, and Air. Our next company medal is the Firefighter Thomas R. Elsasser Memorial Medal, presented to Squad 41. This is the 7th medal awarded for bravery at this fire. In September 2020, multiple fire companies were conducting life-saving operations throughout a 6-story building in Manhattan, heavily involved in fire. 2 members executed a roof rope rescue through extreme heat and intense smoke, while members inside were able to remove the occupant through the interior. Elsewhere in the building, members of Squad 41 conducted extensive searches and located 3 trapped individuals, including one who was unconscious, throughout the building. Inside, outside, and on the roof, members of Squad 41 acted in the highest traditions of the FDNY, executing multiple rescues and demonstrating tremendous bravery. For their many acts of valor at this fire, the Firefighter Thomas R. Elsasser Memorial Medal is awarded to Lieutenant Robert Brown, firefighters Jose Castro, Adam Kirchman, Ryan Blackwell, Philip Ingwerson, and James Smith of Squad 41, the best of both worlds. Our final medal for 2020 is the World Trade Center Memorial Medal, presented to Ladder 30. This is the 2nd medal for bravery at this fire. In September 2020, Ladder 30 responded to a fire on the 16th floor of a Manhattan apartment building. As they approached the fire apartment, they reported a report that a bystander had seen a person on a window ledge. The members overcame a heavily fortified door to enter the apartment and could hear an occupant screaming for help through the thick smoke and flames. Additional members of Ladder 30 responded to the apartment above the fire and performed a rope rescue, with firefighter Brian Quinn descending 1 story to secure the victim, who was hanging onto the building, standing on a ledge no wider than 6 inches. He held her safely in place until the fire was knocked down and she could be brought back in through a window. Ladder 30 performed in an exemplary manner in the highest traditions of the FDNY, exhibiting dedication to training, teamwork, cooperation, and communication. For their life-saving actions, the World Trade Center Memorial Medal is awarded to Lieutenant Jason Warwich, firefighters Nicholas Foley, Kenyatta Spellman, Patrick Kierell, Brian Quinn, and Ramon Ziegler of Ladder 30, 30 Truck. Our final medal is the Thomas A. Kenny Memorial Medal, presented to firefighter Paul Oliega from Ladder 36. This is a medal from the 2020 Medal Day ceremony held this past April. Firefighter Oliega was unable to attend that ceremony, but we're grateful that he's here with us today for this well-deserved honor. Just days before Christmas in 2019, firefighter Oliega and his fellow firefighters responded to a fire on the second floor of an apartment building and rescued not one, but 2 victims trapped by fire. For his bravery that day, the Thomas A. Kenny Memorial Medal is presented to firefighter Paul Oliega of Ladder 36, the pride of Inwood. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice big round of applause for all of our medal winners? Let's hear it. Thank you. Medal winners, rise and applaud your companies and your families for that great applause that you got all day here today. Let them hear the love. All right. Everyone, please rise and remain standing for the benediction by FDNY Chaplain Reverend Ann Cansfield.
Detail on color.
The night before my daughter started kindergarten, she told me she was scared. I replied, "You don't need to fear. God will be with you." She asked, "But how? How will God protect me?" She's obviously not one for easy answers. I was a bit baffled for a second. And then it hit me. Well, God sends the FDNY. And with that, she has gone to school every day. Getting to New Jersey, though, is a little bit hazardous. Thank you. On behalf of all of the people of New York who go to school, who rest easy, who enjoy the gifts of our city and this world, you help us to feel safe by all that you do. May God bless you and keep you. May God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May God give you peace, now and always. Amen.
Detail recolor.
Well done.
Thank you, Ann. Ladies and gentlemen, On behalf of the Mayor, the Fire Commissioner, the Acting Chief of Department, and the other members of our executive staff, we'd like to thank you for joining at today's historical Medal Day ceremony. Before we end, we would like to take a group photo of the medalists with the Mayor, the Fire Commissioner, and the Acting Chief of Department. So if all the medalists would rise, remain at your seats while the Fire Department photographer gets ready for that photo. Everybody stay in place. Thank you very much. Everyone, have a great day. Thank you. Thank you for being a great crowd. Unbelievable.